Have you ever wondered how badly road salt affects the underbelly of any car or truck? But think about it. Back in the day, the salt that they were using was probably a lot more abrasive versus now. So I do know in Maryland they use brine. I think that's how you say it, or brine. I think it's brine, B-R-I-N-E, and it's like I think it's like 20 something percent salt, and the rest of it's water. And that's like a treatment that they put down on the roads to help use less of the rock salt that they put down. So I got some footage of my old truck. Unfortunately, when I lost my job, I had to give back my 2020 Ram 1500. That was their truck anyways. And I did not wash the underbelly of the truck for 2 years. I did it on purpose because I wanted to see if it would affect the underbelly. Now, if I had still kept that truck for the rest of this year, I would have cleaned it and I would have sanded and respray painted any areas that got really badly damaged because I was neglecting it, obviously. But because I took the truck back, I couldn't do that. Now, the main reason why I'm doing this video is because people say that Rams rust the worst. And I don't think that's true. I think GM trucks rust the worst because they use wax frames on their trucks. And I know that that is a huge issue with a lot of their trucks up in northern states like New York, especially with people who do snowplow. So you guys be the judge, and you let me know if this is bad after 2 years of not cleaning the underbelly. Enjoy. So there's no rust that would be considered severe under the Ram 1500, and all you see is just a little bit of mud. And overall, the frame, the cab, everything held up pretty well. Again, this is 2 years of just sitting in road salt. Now, obviously, some of it did get washed off because of the rain, but overall, even in the back here in this section, it's still considered to be fine. And all this needs to be cleaned up. I do believe that the exhaust system is going to be stainless steel. Don't quote me on that, but that seems to be holding up well too. There are a few rust spots, maybe on the hangers, on the axle for the rear. You're always going to see that little bit of rust spots there, so that's pretty normal. Something you could just sand down or scrape off and then put some spray paint on it. On this side, it looks to have a little bit of surface rust, but not a lot. Again, that's just something easy to fix. And there's a little bit right there. Now, as far as the drive shaft where it connects to the diff, this is pretty much normal rust. Even when you buy the truck brand new, that's what you're going to see. And then here's another spot on the cab. As you can see, there's no rust. Looks great. Even the bolts and everything look pretty brand new, although I think those are stainless steel. Here's another section. It's a little bit of small spots. But once you clean this up and sand it down, you can just spray paint it, and you should have no problems for years to come. But I think that with the road salt they're using today, it's not as aggressive. And if you do catch it early, you should not have any problems with it either. Wasn't that bad, was it? So even after 2 seasons of driving in the winter up north, it was not really that abrasive on this Ram 1500. I don't know what Ram did differently. Maybe in the past the trucks would rust, and in the comment section if there is an area where it does rust, like I do know fender flares, I haven't done this yet, but something I recommend doing is, if you really are planning on keeping your truck forever, if you have fender flares, take those bad boys off and clean around them, because I do know that rust does build up behind those over time. So if you really are particular about that, that is a spot you might want to clean. And if you do live on the ocean side, like we were in Texas And where were we at? In Galveston? Like, it was called Jamaica Beach, or the campground was Jamaica Beach. And I remember a lot of the mist came up from the ocean. I don't remember that really happening in other, like when we lived in South Carolina. I don't remember the mist coming up from the ocean like that. And every day, and you have like a nice dew on your car. Nevertheless, I just wanted to show you guys this footage because it is kind of old, but I still want to show you. But I am going to do a part 2 with my Ram 3500 because I do clean this one pretty religiously. When I did drive it in the snow, I always, made sure I clean the underbelly because I do plan on keeping the truck a little bit longer. But thanks again for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications, like this video, and I will see you guys really soon.